Welcome back to Room 442. Time now to rank this weekend's Premier League games from least watchable to most watchable, Sarah. And actually pretty good games this weekend. Intriguing games. So take no offense, fans of certain teams, if you low down the order here. We don't really care, to be quite frank with you. But I have, and we'll start here, I have at number 10, the least watchable game is Brighton-Sheffield United.
Fine.
You're okay with that?
Sure.
Not even an argument. Okay.
No, do you know what? Like the four least watchable, I honestly could all be
Who else do you have
intertwined. I had Arsenal and Burnley because I think that I see like a 1-0 Arsenal win.
You always have the Gunners way down. You don't like them, do you?
No, I actually do like them. I think they're okay to watch, but I just think Burnley have been. I think actually this could be interesting because is Vincent Kompany going to get the boot? I don't know. They've been bad.
Yeah, the odds it still has. I think Paul Heckingbottom is still the favorite to be fired next.
Yeah,
Ten Hag's way up there. But yeah, Vincent Kompany at some point he has to change the way that team plays.
Yeah, they've just been really bad. So I just kind of expect like an Arsenal win, a 1-0. Like I just expect a kind of boring game is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Brighton and Sheffield. I mean, Brighton came off that win against Ajax. I'm curious to watch Ansu Fati because he's kind of been coming into his role more, scoring a couple goals for these guys. That might just be me with my Barcelona bias, but I am happy to put that game at 10.
Yeah,
instead.
I mean, I have them at 10 mainly because 17 players are out injured for this one between the two teams. 17.
It's just a nightmare, isn't it?
Now, Brighton is a much deeper team than the Blades, and Brighton are going to win this game, even though they haven't been great recently. Winless in 5 in the league, in fact. So De Zerbi's going through this adversity we talk about for the first time maybe since getting there last year.
Sure.
Is he going to rebuild them? Maybe, but the Blades, we know what they're going to do, right? They've only got one win on the season. It was last week, mind you, at the death, 100th minute, wasn't it?
Yeah,
a penalty.
Wolves, get out of here.
But we know what they're going to do. They're not going to blow our brains out with brilliant football. So, yeah, that's why I have them at 10.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. They were at 8. So what's number 9 then for you?
Well, you give me number 9. I gave you 10.
Okay, I have West Ham and Nottingham.
Okay, that doesn't bother me.
What did you have?
I had
9?
Villa Fulham.
Yeah, that's all. They're all. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like this, I'm gonna be so.
Well, let's go Hammers Forest. Paqueta is back for West Ham.
Yeah,
which brings some points their way because he is so much fun to watch.
He's so brilliant. Much fun to watch.
But they are struggling, 3 straight losses.
It's just not been great for them. Nottingham Forest.
See, you mentioned them in the first block. You kind of dismissed them, as being one of those teams. If you lose to them, watch out. I'm just kind of blinded by my infancy as a football fan in the 80s when they're big, right?
Yeah.
But I think they've got some attributes. But yeah, there isn't a hell of a lot of watchability there.
Like, I don't think they'll be relegated.
You don't know? No, probably not. I think they might just about survive.
Yeah, like what they did last year.
Well, right now they're 13th. Which actually, they're 13th. That surprises me, actually. 13 points.
Wait, where's West Ham?
West Ham are at 12th.
Yeah, so, okay, maybe
Point up. This is a massive game.
So we have made a terrible mistake.
Number 1.
Yeah.
No, I'm still down with that, regardless. I mean, okay,
That's
Christ,
fine.
they're fighting for 12th place.
Yeah,
That right there speaks for itself, I think.
This is a 1-1 for sure. This is a 2-2.
So 8th, I have Palace Everton.
Okay. I don't know why I ranked that so much higher than I did. Interesting.
Eze is back for Palace, which I like and really adds some. Everton obviously have turned the corner, I think. They're playing better. They're winning games now. They're rising up the table to 16th now and 11 points. But it just doesn't scream one to watch for me, this one. By the way, where the hell's Dele Alli?
I'm not quite sure.
It's her. He's injured.
Yeah.
But remember before the season, the documentary came out, the interview, and we're like, wow, good for him. I can't wait to see him play this year. I can't wait to see him play. And I still can't wait to see him play. He just hasn't played.
Do we know when his return is?
Yeah,
let's check that. Let's check that because I also think that will draw so much more attention to Everton. And if they're on this incline at the time and playing decent football, and then they bring Dele Alli back, man, Everton's gonna be one of the favorite teams.
Actually, so bear in mind it's Daily Mail, but Everton boss Sean Dyche hails Dele Alli. His growing influence as a makeshift coach. So he's looking to relaunch his career. He's been suffering with a groin issue. No timeline on his return, but he's been working, I guess, with the coaching staff.
That's great.
It is,
really
yeah.
great.
It's not. It's good for Dele Alli.
But yeah, you do want to see him on the pitch. You want to see him get back in there.
Yeah.
Especially after all that hype. But as of right now, he's not there, and that's why Crystal Palace and Everton are.
Yeah, why they are what they are, right? Yeah, exactly. So 8th, are you okay with that? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. All right, I had Aston Villa and Fulham in 7th, but I'd be happy enough to put Arsenal and Burnley there over that.
Well, I have Villa Fulham at 9th, right? And I had West Ham Forest at 7th. So we can't have Villa Fulham any higher than 7th, can we?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You know
okay, well, they were my 7th. Oh, cheers. Okay, yeah.
So 7 for them. And again, Villa are brilliant. They lost last week, which one of the results that crushed me in 4-4-2 picks.
No one had Villa losing.
No one did.
No one, not one person had Villa losing on this earth. I feel confident saying that.
On this earth. I think you could be right there, actually.
I mean, also Fulham, though, credit to them. They probably should have won that game against United.
Yeah, they should have,
Bruno
absolutely.
Fernandes with a 97th or something minute penalty. Like, yeah, it's United and they've been shocking. But still for Fulham, that's, it shows a lot of persistence and strength. And, this Villa side, I mean, we know that Villa can lose. And we've seen the holes in this team. So I think this match could actually be a lot closer. Maybe.
Fulham, I think we mentioned it last week. They're the one team that I keep forgetting is in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their squad here. Like, who kind of stands out here? Raul Jimenez. Nah, sorry. Maybe 3 years ago. Willian, 4 years ago.
Crazy that Willian is still playing.
João Palhinha is a good player. And he, obviously, the fact that he is still there is surprising.
Yeah.
Right? Alex Iwobi, Andreas Pereira. Vinicius is kind of fun to watch at times. Harry Wilson. Bert Leno in goal. Kind of vanilla.
It's like a bunch of players that were like all pretty good a couple years ago, but also were never like superstars or great even a couple years ago. So now that it's
good professionals. Yeah.
I think like the most star-studded player on that team is Willian. So do what you want with that information, right?
Not for long there, because Luc de Fougerolles is going to be the star. Canadian boy called up.
You've learned how to pronounce
his
name,
know.
And I've heard you say it now a few times.
When I first saw it, I didn't even try and pronounce it.
No, you
but
did.
It actually
I think
isn't
you
that
said something.
Yeah, no, I butchered it on purpose though, I think. Why even try? But actually it isn't too difficult. But he was really good. Got his debut last week in the Cup. Mm-hmm. And he's been called up to Mauro Biello's Canada team for the Jamaica games coming up. So that's a guy I want to watch. But he hasn't played in the league yet. So it should be the number one
game for you then, maybe.
Maybe I should change that, eh? No. They're still number 7 for me. Villa 100% at home as well. They're going to win that game.
They have to win that game. Come on now.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now...
We're at 6 now?
Yeah, so what is it? Bournemouth, Newcastle, Arsenal, and Burnley?
I got Bournemouth, Newcastle as my 6th best.
They were number 6 for me as well.
Callum Wilson's doubtful for this one with a hamstring issue. He's been healthy this year, which has been really surprising, but he's scoring for fun. He's been great, but when I see Callum Wilson with a doubtful mark beside his name, I think, here we go. Is it about to be derailed for him?
Well, it seems to be that Newcastle are kind of going into this phase of all the football they're playing is catching up with them, right? We saw over the weekend Arsenal, obviously, that whole debacle that was. I mean, I don't think that was necessarily fair, but it happened, and they won that game.
It was fair.
I mean, I don't know. I think it could have gone either way in terms of who won that game, but that was a difficult match, right? We're talking about two of the best teams in the Prem. You lose to Dortmund. Mm-hmm. I mean, Dortmund were in need of a big win there, but I just am starting to see that high-flying Newcastle that was smashing teams with confidence looking a little shaky. And
look at all these red crosses beside the players' names for this weekend.
So, Isak being out has been miserable.
It's a big loss,
He's
now with
so
Wilson out now as well, potentially.
Who's scoring goals? Miguel Almiron.
Harvey Barnes out for a long time, of course. Sven Botman, that loss is big as well at the back. Jacob Murphy, did you see that last week? He's had that shoulder injury, and he literally popped it out of his shoulder, just running. It was just running. Pops out.
I can't with the
and he's holding it at that weird angle. Oh, just looked awful because Avil. Okay, what joint do you want to dislocate least? Because I think it's my shoulder.
No. It's
your
the
knee.
A knee. I think we both have knee problems, so maybe that's what it is.
I've got a shoulder problem. That's why.
See, no, I've had really bad knees my whole life, and I think there's just something so scary about like I think I use my knees more than my shoulders. Maybe that's what it is, but like I just feel like it is such a delicate joint. If you pull the
yeah, but What I don't like about the shoulder is that you can pop it back in, which I
Can't
find
you pop
worse.
this back in?
Well, I don't know. That's the question. I don't think it's as commonplace to pop a knee back in as it is a shoulder.
Yeah, the shoulders just fly out. And
Yeah, so I mean, I've separated my shoulder 6-7 times, never dislocated it, but I know the pain. It's very unpleasant. But the thought of it being popped back in is worse than the actual initial dislocation.
How about the sound? Can you imagine? You're fully awake, right? You gotta just, all right, gotta go.
Brakes I can handle to a certain degree, but dislocations.
Hearing it is crazy.
God damn it. So yeah, it's interesting. So we should put it out to the audience. Which joint? What joint do you want to dislocate least?
Yeah. Shoulder and knee. We'll poll it on Twitter.
Ankle can't be much fun. You don't put it back in.
Can you imagine just holding your leg out and your foot's like over here, like?
When you pop a shoulder back in, they kind of yank on the arm.
Yeah, they kind of look.
And just because I've done it on my shoulder so many times, the pain.
But I'm sure it'd be the same with the knee. They probably have to get two people, it's a longer limb.
I think it's more surgical though. If you dislocate your knee, you're going to hospital to get that dealt with. I think not on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hope so. Whereas
a shoulder, they can do it if it's not depends.
So is that what it is for you? It's the fact that you would likely have to be awake and you'd have to feel it and experience. Because that I can completely understand.
You knock me out, you do whatever you want to me. I don't care.
You heard
whatever you want.
You heard it.
I'm available. I'm open for business. But if I'm awake, no.
Yeah, no. That I can back you on that. Oh, we'll still ask the audience, see what they say, see what they do to you when you're asleep.
Let's ask Ellie, producer Ellie. Which joint would you least rather have dislocated and pop back in? Shoulder. Yeah, rotator cuff. Yeah, AC joint.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, attaboy Ellie.
I don't know, guys.
We'll ask Birdie on Monday what his favorite dislocation would be.
Perfect.
Or least favorite. We'll rank them. We'll do rankings.
Rank the dislocations.
All right. Where were we? Was that number 6? Bournemouth, Newcastle, right?
Okay, so now I am saying it has to be Arsenal and Burnley.
I've got 5. I agree with that 100%.
From 10 to 5, crazy.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know. Everything else checks out.
Well, the Gunners that you mentioned, they lose. Yeah, I mean, it's still... watching Arsenal's worth watching anytime.
Yeah.
Which is why I have them pretty high up. Do I care about watching Burnley lose again? Not necessarily.
No, but it is like the storyline there will be if Burnley lose. How's Vincent Kompany looking, I guess?
I have Liverpool, Brentford at 4.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Could be a really fun game.
Hey, nice loss to Toulouse yesterday, Europa League.
If you got Toulouse to someone, it's going to be Toulouse. Doesn't matter. They're going to get out of the group. They rested some players. Luis Diaz's dad, by the way, returned.
Yeah, really big congrats to Luis Diaz. Congrats getting
Congratulations,
him back.
your dad's back in town.
What do you say?
I don't know. I think you say thank you, Christ. Or do you don't say congratulations?
Well, I didn't want to say my condolences. What do you say?
You don't say that. So your dad's been kidnapped. It's been an awful saga for the
family.
That's
amazing. Congratulations.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, I guess. Congratulations as well. I mean, it's fair. He
hasn't won anything.
I mean, listen, he won his dad back. But truly,
hey, it's
Friday.
Ended well. It's ended well, and no one's been hurt.
Yeah, no, truly. But
allow the jokes
12
to begin.
days, and now he's with the police and doing all of that investigation. But yeah, really, really brutal. But I'm so happy for him. And after that goal he scored last week, and he dedicated to his dad. It is really nice. Hopefully his dad isn't too screwed up after all that. I hope
it can't be pleasant, right?
Yeah.
They found out just before the match on Thursday that it had been released, and started the match amazingly.
Yeah.
But they still lost.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter though.
Yeah.
No McAllister. He's suspended for this one, of course. Brentford are back. They won 3 straight matches in the league.
They also should have won that 4th match against Manchester United when Scott McTominay came on. That was a Brentford win in my eyes. So yeah, no, I'm happy. The bees are buzzing.
Tricky match though.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
For sure. Oh yeah. It's not going to be easy.
All right, 3. We've got 3 games left. So Wolves, Spurs, United, Luton, and Chelsea against Man City.
So I've gone United and Luton. I mean, these 3 are all must-watch TV in my mind.
Yeah,
but,
I'll go with that too then.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just a little bit more curious to watch Spurs without half their starting lineup. Because this is really the first time we're going to see the test for Tottenham. Whereas Man United, I can guarantee you this, whether they win or lose, it's going to be miserable. It's going to be bad football, and they probably won't have deserved it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter because they're probably They should win this game. They should win. And it's going to be a freaking penalty for Bruno Fernandes in the 87th minute after Luton put on a brilliant performance at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? Like, this game is just a bit more predictable, and it's also going to be, I think, worse football.
Yeah, or it could be 5-0.
For Luton?
No, for United. It's one of those weird ones for me. I think it's probably more likely to go your way. But I just... United, because
I'd love Luton to
they've
win
been
this
losing
match.
games 3 or 4, 9 or 16 overall. We know all the noise around United is discussed in the first block there. But they're not the worst team in the league, right? They're not a terrible football team. They're playing below expectations. There's a lot of problems there. But they're not going to be relegated. They're going to finish top half, probably by the end of the season, fighting for maybe Conference League, even Europa League football. So they're a better team than Luton. And Luton on the road, of course, is very different to Luton at home. So I can see it actually going United's way, obviously. But yeah, third most watchable game just because of the train wreck that United is. And Spurs-Wolves, we spoke about Spurs in the first block. This could be a really good game.
I think it's going to be a really
could be a very dramatic game. And,
I think so as well. I think, and Spurs have, I mean, you can't be picking up any more cards here right now. Like, you are at the last of your, resources. So
yeah, no, exactly. It's an intriguing game, that one, isn't it?
Very much so.
So we've got Chelsea, Man City.
I mean, you got to go with the big boys up front.
Let's see if maybe the most unconvincing 4-1 win we've ever seen on Monday will push Chelsea to greater heights.
City are going to smash them.
Yeah.
Yes, City are going to expose these guys for what they are. I mean, listen, good for Chelsea getting that win, I guess. If you're beating a 9-man Spurs, fine. But this is Manchester City. They don't mess around, and they also could play their bench and still beat them.
Yeah.
Let's not
get ourselves.
Sprinkle some on Holland to score. Come on. Let's not.
He looks fine now, doesn't he? Eh?
Yeah. It's just
see the 2 goals he scored midweek? One's from the spot, I know, but the second one, ankle's just fine.
City on to the next round already. Only 6 out of 16 teams, through.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barcelona, by the way.
Oh.
What's going on there?
Miserable. We don't play well. I'll be quite honest. They're just not playing well. I don't know, really missing Frankie in the middle. But Shakhtar also is not an easy team. I think that's something we have to, I think they've been.
But to be dead last in the group.
Barca's not last. Barca's first.
What?
But they're not qualified because Barca's first. We're tied with Shakhtar.
Oh,
sorry, we're tied with Porto for points, but we have a better goal differential.
Need to go look at this.
But the thing is, Shakhtar's only 2 points behind. So no one's qualified. It's going to be fight of the top 3.
Right.
So we got to go to we got to play Porto, which is going to be the most difficult game, and then Antwerp again.
You're right. They're not dead last.
No,
why the hell did I think
they are
that?
first.
I think I just bought into the narrative that they were so poor this week.
So you could do this on the pod,
no,
ladies and gentlemen.
I would never do that. Never.
Yeah, no. Champions League is going to be the last 2 match days of Champions League is going to be you're nuts. It's going to be crazy because I think only 2 groups have been determined. The rest, it's open.
Right.
Could be anyone. So, yeah, fun. But yes, Chelsea and City.
Yeah, okay, so there we have it. Top 10 from least watchable to most watchable. Number 10 sees Brighton, Sheffield United, followed closely by West Ham and Nottingham Forest. At 8, it's Crystal Palace, Everton, Villa, Fulham at 7. Bournemouth, Newcastle at 6. Into the top 5, just it's Arsenal against Burnley. We see Liverpool, Brentford at number 4. Into the top 3, third most watchable game to watch this weekend. Manchester United, Luton, Wolves, Spurs at 2, and number 1, Chelsea against Man City.
Ooh.
There you have it. All right, time for a break. When we come back, though, it's to 442picks.ca. Room 442 is brought to you by North Star Bets. That's a win.